After my Nomads project in Minneapolis, I spent 2 weeks in Longmont, Colorado, attending to medical and dental appointments, visiting my family, and visiting friends in the area. While there, I was invited to the Indian dinner of the Woodstock class of 1972, observing their 50th reunion in Estes Park, just 40 minutes away. I had produced a short video of Woodstock songs for their time together. Besides enjoying the delicious kanna that they cooked themselves, I served as their official photographer. Unfortunately, 2 were absent when the group picture was taken. No problem though, I photoshopped them in. After the 2 weeks, I headed back out on the road. The final destination this time, Eastport, Maine, located at the Canadian border. I paused for a week in the Columbia, Missouri area where Sally and I lived for most of 32 years. The 96th birthday of Betty, Sally's mother, was one of the very important trip events. They live in Fayette, Missouri, where both Sally and I attended Central Methodist College. It is also where my parents had met some 40 years earlier. Sunday morning, we attended Lynn Memorial United Methodist Church, where Sally and I met for the first time, and where 3 years later we were married. Saturday was a home game against a longtime rival, Culver Stockton College. I stopped at the bookstore and purchased a t-shirt. Despite being defeated on the field, it was a perfect day to sit for a few hours and be among Central Methodist College students once again. I still own 25 acres of woods and pasture land north of Columbia, so it was free camping for the week. After making the purchase of the land back in the early 80s, we camped out on it a lot as a family and thoroughly enjoyed being out in nature. As I cooked dinner one evening in Henry, my VW camper van, 2 deer grazing in the pasture where I was parked kept wondering what I was doing there. In the morning, I flew Baby, my favorite drone. It was on this very pasture where I flew my first drone years ago. One night, I paid to camp beside the Missouri River at Cooper's Landing. This was another place that Sally and I frequently enjoyed. Most had come for the music. An energetic band from St. Louis had the stage for the night. The line at the food truck serving delicious barbecue was constant. I remembered many such enjoyable past Cooper Landing visits. I walked along the Katy Trail that cuts through the campground. I walked down to the bridge where I had taken Sally shortly before she passed. The setting sun across the river that evening was beautiful. The next morning, before leaving, I sat and enjoyed the mist rising off the water. Now on to Maine. However, on the way, with 4 Woodstock School friends, we will be catching the Ottawa Canyon train in Canada with hopes of seeing some spectacular fall color.